Did you know that no sanding furniture flips is actually one of the most searched topics about furniture flips on YouTube? And today, I'm going to show you how you can accomplish this. I'm going to give these two worn out nightstands a total transformation using Beyond Paint. No sanding needed. And you know that I'm going to add some stylish features to really kick these up a notch, because I'm going to sell them and I'm going to make some money. So if you're ready for an easy, hassle-free flip that looks super high-end, you're in the right place. Let's get started. These nightstands are super dirty, so I've got my drill attachment out in my simple green, and we are going to get all of this crud and junk off of here. The bases on these, they are way too dated, a little too colonial style for my taste. So I'm gonna flip these over, see if we can't think about changing out the base, adding some feet, doing something different to give these guys a bit of an upgrade. Because what's on here right now, this isn't gonna cut it. Let's see what we can do. The top of this nightstand, well, it's got issues, and before I can move any further, I have got to get those taken care of. It has two large cracks across the top of it. I am gonna use some wood glue Tight Bond and put this in between there, and we're just gonna have to clamp this up afterwards and hope that it takes away some of this gapping that it's having in the top. If I paint over this, you're still gonna be able to see those large gaps that are formed, so I've gotta try to fix this problem before I can go any further. went back and forth about this one, how much I actually wanted to deconstruct these nightstands, but the truth is, like, this is weird. What is this? Nobody is gonna want this. I feel like this is super dated. We got the chain on the inside here. What is going on? I'm gonna take this door off and the chain and just leave that open in the inside. The inside's fine. It's all made of solid wood, so it's got this still on the inside. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but the inside is nice looking. Somebody could definitely stack some things in here. I think that would help me sell it than this little like wonky door that's on the outside. So I made the decision that we're gonna get rid of this. I'm going to use my Bondo glazing putty to fill in these holes where I took the screws out from that weird drawer that was in there, just so these aren't super obvious that something used to be here. So I just squeeze a little bit into those holes that were left behind, and then I'll just smooth it out with my smoothing tool, and it'll be like they were never there to begin with. Okay, I know at the beginning I said you don't have to sand. You don't have to sand. With what I'm going to use today to flip these, you do not have to sand or prime your pieces of furniture. But because I had some cracks in this one that needed to be filled with the Bondo, I am going to have to just smooth this down. So even though I am not giving the entire piece of furniture a sand like you normally see me do on my channel, I am going to have to smooth down this Bondo a little bit. So don't hold it against me, but I'm going to show you how to do that just by using a sanding block. You don't need any fancy sander to use or do this technique, but I do need to get this smooth before I can paint over the top of it. If you had pieces that were in perfect condition, there is no sanding required. Unfortunately, these ones had a little bit of an issue when I brought them home. So let's get this taken care of and we'll move on to next steps. Head in and get our paint supplies for the day. Today's video is sponsored by Beyond Paint. I visited my local Lowe's to pick up some Beyond Paint for this project. Lowe's carries a ton of Beyond Paint's matte colors to choose from, including some of their metallics as well. And you can find all of the options online at beyondpaint.com. For this project, I chose the color Pebble in their matte finish.
I'll need a few supplies for this Beyond Paint furniture flip. So I grabbed a small paint roller tray as well as a chip brush. And you'll want to grab a 3/8 inch microfiber roller and a small roller frame if you don't have one.
Beyond Paint offers a super easy application. It is made so you do not have to strip furniture, prep it, prime it, anything like that in order to apply this. I'm using my nap roller to start the process. Look at that beautiful coverage, and that's just from one single coat. I love how super simple Beyond Paint is to use and that there's literally no prep work involved in this, that I just roll this on and it's got great coverage from the start. Beyond Paint recommends that you don't use a TSP type cleaner on your furniture before you apply their paint, but you do want to make sure that you get off any grease or grime or dirt that might be on there. So something good to use would be like mineral spirits or vinegar water. That's really only the only prep work you need before you begin on this project. When I'm using Beyond Paint, I like to roll out all of my flat surfaces first before I move on to using the stippling brush. When I use the chip brush into the detailed areas, you're gonna wanna make sure that you kind of smoosh it in there, and then once you've got everything covered, I like to go over it again with the roller to sort of smooth everything out. But you don't wanna do like long brush strokes on this. You wanna use your roller to do that so everything lays nice and smooth.
Beyond Paint is self-leveling and it dries to a really smooth matte finish.
This will really come in handy when I'm going over the top of the other one that I had to do so many fixing things to. And because I took out the center and the drawers on this cabinet, I'm gonna paint the inside so it looks just totally cohesive. And because this is an all-in-one with a bonder, a primer, and a finisher, once this cures, you're gonna have a washable surface that is going to hold up really, really well. This is gonna be the fun part. Since I had so many imperfections on the top of this, Beyond Paint should really help camouflage those and cover those up. So no one should be able to tell that they were even there.
Beyond Paint works on both indoor and outdoor projects, and in just a few simple steps like you're watching today, you can achieve a professional quality makeover without all of that prep work, which really saves you time and money. Beyond Paint bonds to nearly any surface except walls, so that includes cabinets, furniture, countertops, vanities, and even glazed tiles. So there's so many cool projects you can do with this. It makes it so easy to apply for both DIYers and seasoned pros.
I did fill in the hardware holes on these drawers. I kept the ones that are in the middle. I didn't like the ones that were on the side so much. I thought it was gonna make it look too busy, and I really want to give these more of a modern touch, a modern flair for an updated bedroom that'll sell better for me in my area, and it'll just look nicer overall. This kind of style on the front is very colonial and pretty much it's outdated.
I'm going to stipple on this paint on the drawers, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's wet and then what it looks like after it's self-leveled down to that beautiful matte finish.
Now that my first coat is on, I've got about 2 to 4 hours between dry time and the time I can apply my second coat. 2 coats is all it should take on this. I've got really great coverage after that very first coat. So I'm gonna use some plastic and just cover up all of my tools, and it'll be ready to go for round number 2.
As a special gift for today's viewers, Beyond Paint is offering a 10% off discount on all of their paint products on their website, beyondpaint.com. And for a limited time, simply enter the discount code LEMONS10 at checkout. And that's LEMONS10 for 10% off your online purchase of Beyond Paint all-in-one paint. A big thank you to Beyond Paint for sponsoring today's video and making this project for me super simple.
The feet came. I'm gonna go get these painted. I grabbed these tapered legs off of Amazon. just gonna paint these the exact same color with my Beyond paint. Should only take about 2 coats. I'll let these dry really well. I didn't paint these first because they came so late in the project. They just arrived, so we're just gonna paint them and then put them on. In order to attach the feet, I have to put one of these on the bottom of my nightstands first. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and then these feet should fit pretty perfectly.
I decided to add some drawer liners for that little extra pop, and I had just the right amount laying around. Now that is a before and after. What started as dull, outdated nightstands have been completely transformed, all without sanding. And if you're like me and want a stunning result without the hassle, this just goes to show what's possible with the right techniques and the right products. I hope this project gave you some inspiration to tackle your own furniture flips, even if you don't have all the fancy tools or time for sanding. If you love this makeover, be sure to hit that button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what piece you're excited to flip next. Thank you Beyond Paint for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to check out that link below to save 10% on your next Beyond Paint makeover. Stick around for more budget-friendly, high-impact flips like this one. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. And I'll see you next time on Lemons to Lemonade Furniture.